Oh, yes, it's a song done by Bill and Gloria Gaither. It's titled Standing in the Need of Prayer. It's 10:19 on in season with Sakhe, as I alluded before, that I'm now currently joined by a husband and wife duo who hosts Touchpoint every Sunday, every Sunday, right here on 107.5. You know them, we love them, and they're joining us this morning to chat about the upcoming personal development seminar, coaching, rather, part two. Good morning. You're distracting me with the hearts, but anyway, good morning.
You said that you love us, so I'm trying to figure out how. I don't think I've ever done it before. But anyway, love you.
Are you good?
We are very good.
I don't know. It's been a busy day. I haven't had time to check. But I can WhatsApp you later.
Also, perfect. Right, let's talk about it. So the upcoming personal seminar, marriage coaching part two. What inspired you to craft a marriage counseling session?
There was no inspiration because I didn't want to do a marriage course because there's so many really good courses out there, phenomenal teachers, phenomenal people. And the more we did training, the more people came to us and said, listen, this that you and Wilma have, how do you live a life like that? And we're like, I don't know, it's a good question. And then they said, could you do a course for us? And I said, look, I'll do marriage coaching, but I'm not going to do a marriage course. So coaching is we walk the walk with you. You do the exercises, you pay the price. We encourage you. We don't play your game with you. And we talk about what marriage is, not what it's not. So from people saying, what is it that Wilma and you have, we went and thought, okay, what do we have? I met her when she was 5. I was 6 years old. We've known each other for 52 years, married for 37. And so we said, okay, what is it that we can give back? And I suppose that was the inspiration, because we never noticed it. Because, you know, when we do training, we don't rehearse. So we know the information, but we never say, okay, Wilma's going to speak for 2 minutes and then I'm going to say this for 3 minutes. We literally stand up front. And as we get inspired, Wilma might start, I might not, fill in, we call it add value. And there's just so much synergy in people going, how much do you rehearse? And we're like, no, this is just naturally us. And they said, well, can you teach us as a married couple as to how can we have that kind of relationship?
I think the important thing about when we put the marriage coaching together is that we really focus on that this is your union, this is your life together as a couple, and you establish your ground zero, which is what we did. We decided what is marriage for us according to the Word of God, how does it play out, and then what ground zero, what are our core values? You know, they're not because they say, other people say this is how marriage should be, this is how it should be. No, what does the Word say, and what do we say in line with that Word? And so this is basically the basis of what it is based on.
Yeah, and for us, marriage is a good thing. It's a forever thing. There's abundance, there's an adventure, unknown risks and danger. But it is, people say, oh, my marriage destroyed me. No, marriage is a good thing. Marriage is designed to enhance you, to grow you, to prosper you, to fulfill you. So we say a lot to people is, were you even married? Or did you just have a certificate? Because there's certain rules or ifs that need to be in place. One of them is date night. And if that's in place, you stand a chance. If you don't, you never stood a chance in the first place. So you have a certificate, but you weren't living the fullness of what marriage is, not could be, what it is. And the funny thing is, one of the things that marriage is not, it's not with children. So we're doing a parenting course because children are added value to the married couple. They're not the couple's value. So the couple have value before children even get added to that. God has an intent with that couple before children are added to that. Because one day children are going to say, hasta la vista. And they're probably going to say, I'm never coming back. So that was a really bad online shot thing.
Yeah, it was really terrible.
Gee, she's encouraging, isn't she? Thanks for the honesty.
And which is
So-
one of the things we talk about in the marriage course is about authenticity,
And
being
yeah,
honest.
in a nice way.
I love that. I love that.
Yes.
Yes, in a nice way. Yes. So speaking about
Yeah.
honesty, in your experience, what are some of the most common challenges couples face in their marriages today?
Sure, oh my goodness. The most common ones are my husband doesn't love me.
Yes, no, my husband doesn't love me. It's more like that.
And the husband is my wife doesn't respect me. So those are two things that we really focus on.
Love and respect.
Love and respect. And then the other thing is communication.
Yeah, Wilma was actually mentioning that she was going through the course that we're doing on Saturday, and she said, you know what, we need to focus a little bit more on how important communication is, which we have in another course, which is complete communication. So the nice thing about the courses is we can focus on marriage and doing the coaching and saying that communication is important. So we've developed a course for complete communication. So then the couple goes and then they carry on increasing their value through
So
that.
the one thing that we focus on, one of the areas is the hiding from love. And so when we don't communicate with one another about how I'm really feeling or what's really going on, I'm upset with you, so I ignore you, all those things. And those are all hiding from love styles. So communication is an important part of. If we lose connection, the two of us, it's because we have not been authentic about what is going on in this headspace of ours.
And been spending time together. One of the things many years ago we were told we had a fight. So we got she had the pastors, I had the
big
assistant
fight,
pastors.
not a small fight.
And it was across the table, and it was hasta la vista. If we don't sort it out here, we're not going to carry on. And
Sure.
The head pastor's wife, she just said, okay, when do you do date night? And we said, what do you mean date night? Then she explained that date night is where you just talk about dreams and aspirations, no kids, no nothing, drop the kids off, pick them up in the morning kind of thing. And we said, no, we kind of go out. No, it's once a week, focused on the two of you. And we said, no, we just don't do that. And then she said, on a white piece of paper, blue lines as exam pads, in red pen, she said, date night 6 weeks. She wrote that down, tore it off, slipped it over to me, and she said, go do 6 weeks of date night, and then we'll talk. And she got up and she walked, and they all followed. And we're like, okay. And that was about 35 years ago, and we never went back. So for us, if you're not doing date night, if you have not done date night, so to encourage the people, we have people who have been divorced, and then they come on the course and they go, I was never married. I really wasn't. Some ladies, we spoke to one lady, 36 years in a marriage, and then the husband just leaves her for somebody else and just feels that she wasted her life. It was destroyed. And we just explained to her, nothing was lost. You learned 36 years on how not to do it. And let us complete that and show you how to do it. And she's on the hunt again. So guys, watch out. She's a coming.
Sure, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Now, we spoke a little about honesty. Let's talk about trust, right? Trust is quite a crucial, important factor in a relationship. How can couples build and maintain trust over time?
I tell you one thing about trust is that number one, you gotta trust God in your marriage.
Ask her the question. Ask her the question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
No.
Do you trust people automatically?
No.
Okay, so now watch this. When we teach complete communication, one of the interpersonal skills that we teach, which is a relational dynamic, is this. You will treat people the way you see yourself.
Sure. Can you ask me the question
Now,
again?
so now when I'm just going to clarify that the word trust is not necessarily you're going to steal from me or you're going to harm me or you're going to kill me. It means I'm going to let you down. I make promises I don't deliver. I say I'm committed, but then I can't stick to it. So I'll ask you the question again. Do you trust people automatically?
Yes.
So now what's this? If I'm in a marriage relationship, as what Wilma was saying, is I don't necessarily have to trust Wilma, because you see there's three people in this relationship. There's Wilma, myself, and then there's God.
Yeah.
So when I look at Wilma, it's not whether I trust Wilma, it's whether I trust the God in Wilma. Because God will, we teach guys that you are primarily single. God is working in Wilma's life and heart when he added her to me. She became my completeness and she became my fullness. And he continues to work in her. So it doesn't matter what I'm going to feel about her at any given time. It's how I feel about the God who is in control over her life. And if I trust him, trusting her is easy.
Sure.
And then you also wanted to say something else, right?
Because trust, is if I'm not going to trust Sean, then it is because of an insecurity that is within me. It is something that is within me that is bringing out that thing that I don't trust. So if he says to me, this is what I said, and I go, oh no, that's not what you said, but he's the one that said it. So then clearly he had a purpose with what he is, the birthplace of that thing. So I've got to trust that he is telling me it's coming from that heart, but I've got to trust God in him that he would speak the truth at all times to me.
Yeah, I give her the half a blessing.
He does.
You see, that's a full blessing. And then I do this. And that means I'm leaving you over to God, because this part he's going to sort out. And this is between the two of you. So I think the step one for marriage is, do I know that 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 this is the person? And if that answer is yes, then you will process and deal with anything that comes your way. Sickness, poorer, health, all that kind of stuff is just inconsequential, because once I am married, it is forever, and we will get through this.
So the lovely thing about this this course is when you come to this, we are getting you to a place where your ground zero is established. So what happens is all this double-minded stuff that the enemy uses in marriages to bring confusion, frustration, anger, whatever it is that he throws at us that comes out of us, we focus on these areas and say, now you two sit down and you work out. And we look at 5 areas. The areas are physically, how are you looking? I remember.
Hubba, who's your mama?
Yeah, you get married and all of a sudden now the makeup goes off and you don't dress nicely because now you've got what you got.
I just wanted for the record, I've stopped wearing makeup.
Oh, you don't say. Yeah, sure.
And then the other areas we focus on resourcefulness. That is our finances, it is our talents, our giftings. So you look at those and say, okay, let's work. We are together. We look at mental, we look at social and spiritual. So you walk away just absolutely settled on those areas with no more double-mindedness. But you've got to put the work in and live that every day.
Yeah, sure.
Pay the price, you get the answer.
Yes, I love that. Now, for those who are hearing this for the first time, how can they attend this course? Is it also free? Does it come with a cost or at a cost?
Yeah, it is the cost of travel. We don't take care of travel. But once you arrive, everything's for free. The coffee's on the house, the cup, the sauce of the spoons, everything's for free. It's a 5-hour course. They are master classes. So in other words, you're not just going home inspired. We call it entertraining. So as we entertain you, we train you in between. It is scripturally based, so we do use scripture. And it's lots of fun, very funny. And it is life-changing. So they can attend. It's going to be this week at the Durbanville Protea Hotel. And we're up to about 75 people. We can take about 100, 120 if we kind of make them stand outside with a pair of binoculars. All they have to do is just contact us on the hotline number.
So yes, it is absolutely free, and all that they need to do is send us a WhatsApp on the hotline number, which is 076 403 2035, and they just send us their name and their surname, and then they will get an automatic response. Maybe not this morning immediately because we have a challenge with the tablet, so we are attending to that, but they will get a response back by tonight, definitely.
And the responses, there's prompts that they must follow. And then part of that, they get 3 added value links that come to them: a prayer in the morning, they get one of the touch points that we teach on the actual course, and then they also get a little bit of a word in the evening. And that's over and above whether they ever come to the courses or not. The courses rotate. We do them on the first weekend in Muizenberg, the third weekend of every month through the whole year, both sides. There's lots of exciting courses, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, yes, fantastic. Just a quick question before I let you go. When is your next date night?
Our date night.
Our date night is every Saturday night. But when we do face-to-face, we are dead tired afterwards. So then what we do is we do spend the evening together, but we try and do it on a Friday or something.
We kind of... On when we do the face-to-face, we are very kind of celebrity orientated, especially afterwards. Okay. So we like to go spend time with the stars. So as we get home, we just fall asleep under the stars. It's just so the one thing about date night is you have it every week. We have it at home. We will watch a big movie or something. No car guards, no waiters, no nothing. Not anything wrong with those people, but you just cut out the influence, and that happens once a week. If you can't do it on the time that you scheduled it, you never postpone it. You just rearrange it within that week. You never go, oh, well, let's push it till next week. And it's date moments. So if you can't do it at the night, you can do it in the day.
Come on, yes. Awesome stuff. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm pretty sure that lives will be changed in the next session. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy your date night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you lots.
God bless.
Till next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.